Welcome to another episode of Your House Matters. I'm John Charbonneau with TMG, the Mortgage Group. Today, I'm joined by Sarah Gallup. Sarah is a registered interior designer and the principal designer at the Sarah Gallup Design Institute. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about renovating your home. And Sarah, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
The idea of renovating a home, fantastic idea. We can explore lots of different opportunities. But doing renovations starts with the first step. What is really the first step that the average homeowner has to start with?
I think the first step would be to determine exactly what you're looking for in your home renovation, and maybe doing a list of pros and cons in different areas to prioritize exactly what you're looking for, as well as making a needs versus a wants list. Those are two very different things, and when it comes to trade-offs and priorities, then that will really influence which direction you go with and what decisions you make.
Excellent. Now, what tips or techniques do you have people help people with, and when it comes to budgeting? Because that's something that people can get carried away with if they're not careful.
Yeah, it's very important to determine a true budget from the very beginning of the project and be realistic with that. And whoever you're dealing with as far as a professional, whether it be a contractor, a designer, or architect, that you express your budget and your target so that they can, give you recommendations that are appropriate for that.
Now, lots of different areas in a home that someone could embark upon renovating. Are there any areas that are more popular than others? What are the most popular areas to renovate in a home?
The kitchens and bathrooms are really what we look at more often than not, and I think that the reason for that is they're big impact areas. People spend a lot of time, especially in their kitchens, for let's say kitchen great rooms, and they also usually can get the most on the return on investment.
And when you say return on an investment, if someone spends $1, do you have a rough idea about what parts of the house will get $1 in value increase? Any comments or thoughts in that area?
It will determine, it will actually vary depending on the value of your home, what kind of products you're putting into it. Dollar for dollar, there are general rules of thumb, but usually kitchens and bathrooms you get kind of 80 cents to $1, sometimes even more, again, depending on the decisions that you're making. And it does come back down to trade-offs and making sure that you're putting appropriate finishes in and things, you're not spending more on your renovation than the value of your home and things like that, so that you're doing things that are appropriate for the neighborhood too.
Now, your area of specialty is in design. Now, what are the current trends that people should want to take into consideration?
Trends are something that we get asked about quite often, and really, I kind of have mixed feelings on following trends. I mean, I think that spatial trends, for example, like kitchen, great room, open concepts, indoor-outdoor connection, those kind of trends are worth following. And if it improves the function of your home. But when it comes down to things that are trendy, certain colors that are in at the moment and things like that, you're actually better to choose classic finishes and things for your major investment, cabinets and flooring and things like that you're not going to change very often, and then maybe do accents with a trendy color so you can change them out when the trends change.
Perfect. Now, if someone wanted to get started and get in touch with you, I suppose you don't want to be driving to Chilliwack to do a home renovation, or Edmonton. What's the sort of geographic area that if someone was considering renovating a home or doing some needing your skills or expertise, what's the area that you would most want to service?
We do a lot in the Lower Mainland. It's actually funny that you mentioned Edmonton. We just completed a job in Edmonton. So we can do things out of our kind of local geographical area. But for the most part, we do kind of South Delta, White Rock, West Vancouver, Burnaby, Richmond.
Perfect. There you have it. Some current design trends, some tips and techniques on how to get started. Sarah, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll have Sarah's telephone number and her email address up at the end of this video so you can contact her. Have a great day, and we'll see you in our next House Matters video.